Hello and welcome, everybody, to another wonderful episode of Fatebreakers Retold, hosted by the Capricorn Demon. I will do that every
And
single
welcome
time
in
without
all,
fail.
and welcome back everybody to Fatebreakers Retold. I am your wonderful dungeon master tonight, the Capricorn Demon, live on Jiraki's stream. Starting us off tonight, we have the one and only Flunky as Maxilon Zerestri.
Why did that play?
Of course,
Sorry.
Jiraki as Bravigi.
Hello.
The Merciless Bish as Benny.
They say me
And the
alone.
Neko Man as Lucy.
Hello, it's me.
Yellow, don't need to say it. Okay, fine.
Well, I mean that was me. I said this. Don't worry about it.
Well, no, I meant I'm reading what the
No, yeah,
what
no.
Stag is
I
saying.
I,
And
I
yeah.
said I already read it. So like, no need to say it out
Okay.
loud. Yeah.
Excuse me. Burp.
Burp.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get tonight started with the recap from I believe it's been 2 weeks now.
Yes. I have been
All
merped.
right. So last time on Fatebreakers Retold, we started off the session with an intense conversation as Maxilon wakes up in the day by the disturbing sound of a funk in front of his tavern door. Almost at hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Upon going out and reading the note, the Bloodspades had summoned him in order to talk about a deal that would benefit both parties. Of course, Maxlon being the ever so stoic and what's the right word I'm looking for? Faithful knight that he is. Well, in these moments he is.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
He's very hard-headed, yes.
Yes. Sorry, getting comfortable. God, what's going on my back?
You're fine.
He begrudgingly takes the notice and heads off over to the Bloodspade stronghold, to which being met by all right, yeah, that's what happened. Upon reaching the main gates with Benny by his side, they go ahead and go through Podorf's mansion first, to which Podorf addresses Max to be careful, since whereas Podorf used to be the family head of the Bloodspade crime family, he no longer has such power and advises to be careful of his words, considering that the highest 5 members have such power that not many could ever comprehend possible. There's Cuddle.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna judge me for my choice of words? Bish?
Hmm. Anyway, where were we?
What is not to you is to make. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, during their conversation, the Spades make it known to Max that they have something over every one of their party members, something of interest or something of great weight, in order to make sure that both sides of their deal is met. Extending another deal now with Max on this day ever since the initial meeting he had with Sammy. They show him an image of the memories of one of their spies out in Frostnir, explaining to him that the Major Frost and the Major Darkness now work in close ties with each other, having an interest in his long forgotten love trapped within the crystals that he last saw her as the War of the Elements was brought to an end not so long ago. Max furious that not only do they dare show this to him, but to also try and use it as a bargaining chip for his loyalty. Storms out, friending that he, along with not only the light bearers, but also this new rebel army slowly growing in Flargos, will eventually outlaw all crime organizations and evildoers in Flargos in order to make it a more safe and secure continent from the oppressive rule or anarchistic rule of the Major Flame Iris. Meanwhile, as this is happening, back at Pador's mansion, the old tiefling discusses with Benny as to her future working alongside him, as well as indulging in some secrets of his that he wishes to share with her, given the information gathered on about her person by the keeper of records, Violet. He tells her about the cult that kidnapped her also long ago as a teen and kept her in the dark to use her as a gladiator in their blood pits before she eventually escaped. Benny, taking the utmost interest as to the new information that Paldorf offers her, sits side by side with him, wanting to get the full details as to who this cult was, to which Paldorf simply explained they were fascinated by what they saw from the heart of the world. A group of very few lucky adventurers who were able to not only breach the magical barrier that encloses the heart of the world from the rest of Hamath, but also keeps whatever's inside trapped forever and away from the rest of the world. He may not know of what their intentions were, not only with those they captured or what their practices were, but he did know that the main purpose was to find a way to break the barrier and create a new world from whatever was being held back from within. Elsewhere, Bervigi goes over and speaks with Owen the Owlin, and as he catches him about to head off in order to deliver that day's mail, Owen explains to him that he will be working at the
Mailroom?
what the fuck? Yes, thank you. At the mail room, sorting through packages and getting shipments ready as he heads off, leaving Bervigi by his lonesome. The job being straightforward, just simply move things from one place to another, making sure that everything is labeled properly. Goes smoothly for about the first couple of hours before Bervigi becomes more curious as to what it is that is being shipped, eventually coming across several packages with a simple mushroom insignia. And upon opening one such container, he is immediately hit in the face by spores, to which they begin to make him hallucinate, his knees wobbling before he collapses and he is seeing hallucinations. Eventually, he sees that of the image of one of the blood-spayed heads in Piper. And while he is in a deep coma, Lucy, Beaker, and Arya head out in order to help Beaker steal an important piece of shipment for the most brutal of the pirate captains of the Kraken Court. One made mention not only by Beaker, but also made mention by Captain Zephyr, Captain Zara, and Captain Amenti as being one of the most brutal and most strongest of the pirate captains. Through quick-witted thinking, they're able to not only sneak their way across the docks by disguising themselves as guards, but they're also able to board the ship, and Beaker is eventually able to find the cargo that the Spades alluded to. They are caught by surprise when they find that the small box that Beaker had brought out contains nothing more than a pen. Began to also mist out a very strange smoke, to which Lucy and Beaker also began to hallucinate. Arya, making sure that they stay on their feet, is eventually knocked out from behind. And as everyone is put into a coma, time flies by during the day, and eventually night falls as Beaker, Lucy, and Arya are joined with Bervigi in an offshore prison, to which Piper appears to them, making sure that they know their place, that they are simply nothing but servants to the crime family, as they have all the trump cards in their favor. Having the four of them chained to the wall and having magic negated shackles around their necks. As any one of the mages try to cast a spell, it immediately disintegrates. As Piper takes his leave, Lucy tries to swoon over a guard in order to begin their escape. Eventually, they're able to make it off the little island that they find themselves trapped on and begin slowly keeping track of Piper and his carriage. To which that is where we find ourselves now, as we come back to Lucy, Arya, Beaker, and Bervigi slowly creeping up and keeping a good distance from Piper's carriage in order to reclaim the stuff that was stolen from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yes, it is dark out now. The nightlife is not as grand on the first level, but then by the time you reach back to the second level, it's it's still bustling. There's still people out, and it appears to be more busy than it has been during the day.
Mm.
But at least in this environment, you're able to guise yourself through the crowd while still keeping an eye on for Piper's carriage.
Yeah, because I think we just look like guards, don't we?
No, you look like commoners. You got like these baggy clothes on you now.
Oh, okay. Because I remember us grabbing the guard uniforms from before.
Did you
But
guys
yeah.
grab the guard uniforms last time?
Yeah, we grabbed the guard uniforms and stuff out of their armory.
Ah, okay.
That's how we got on the boat to get here, is we look like guards.
All right.
See, I remember
All right.
things.
So what do you guys do? You find yourselves in the busy nightlife of the second level of the market level.
I am laser focused and trying to follow that carriage because it has my stuff on it.
I'll also be trying to follow the carrot.
I'm going to be doing it stealthily.
Roll for stealth. You can roll for stealth at an advantage since you do have the guard outfits on.
Okie dokie. With advantage. Here we go.
Did that not go through?
Uh,
All right, there it is.
Oh,
It was
there it
just
is.
okay
I
then,
got
Neko.
an 8.
I got a 25.
Yay! Well done,
All right,
Heavenly
where
Lord.
is Arya? There she is. And I guess I'll also roll for Beaker. Arya got a 23. And Beaker got a 25. Okay, so really, Lucy is the only one that didn't make the save.
Yep.
So as everyone is trying to blend into the crowd, it's just really awkward to see this because you're still in this form. It's just very awkward to see a goblin wearing guard the guard armor, as it is just very noticeable to the point where you guys are stopped by quote unquote fellow guards, since you guys are obviously not guards. And they go like, "Hey, who are you lot? The four of you. Never seen you amongst the ranks before." And why is a goblin wearing our armor?
You got a problem with a goblin in a guard uniform?
It was an inclusionary hire.
There's about three other guards in front of you. The one speaking kind of like looks to his friends and goes like, an inclusionary hire. Not like any one of the family heads would ever do such a thing. Who authorized it?
Trying to think. With my various dealings, would I have an inkling of which
We've
one
been spotted. Preparing to
would,
deploy pocket sand.
thank you, sorry, would have probably been the most inclusionary one?
Jesus, man. Jesus. Anyway, if you want to, you could roll for. I guess you could roll a history.
Why not? I'll roll normal history. See if I can remember anything.
Let's swap those letters so you can die.
Dirty 20, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that is nice. I'm sorry, just like the cuddles. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm good. It's fucking stupid. You will understand that the one who has the power to not only overlook everyone that's underneath their rank system, but also make sure who's under their pocket would be Veronica, considering that she is the one that manages majority of the business for the Blood Spades.
That would have been Madame Veronica that hired her. Are you going to question your boss, or are you just gonna let us through?
Once again, he looks over to his friends and they kind of whisper to each other and then nod. Probably a first, but then again, she's probably just one way to make sure that the goblins stay in line ever since the last gang that used to run amok in this city.
Exactly, you understand.
A bluff roll? Sure. What kind of bluff roll? Anyway. Okay, smartass. Anyway.
Yes. Do
Yep.
we get to continue forth?
But before they leave, the guard that you're talking to kind of looks at you and he says like, I'll have you know, boy, that I've been here for over a decade now. And you still wearing the novice guard armor. Better watch the bass in your voice when you address to me. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Thought so. And then they start heading off to continue their rounds.
I'll look back at Lucy as they head off and be like, you might want to get taller, hon.
Give me some cover first.
He just nods, but he's keeping an eye on where that carriage is going as he's kind of like just going through alleyways
I'll
and
just make
shit
it
at this
clear right
point.
now, they don't really have many other races underneath their payroll. Any other race that isn't a tiefling would either be a human and any elf, like any race of elf,
From the
Mm.
oppressed.
and
From
the lowest ones being kobolds here and there.
So what you're saying is they went from the oppressed to the oppressors.
Exactly.
Racism.
Racism.
Someone
Racism.
has to be on the bottom of the food chain.
And it had to be the goblins.
Well,
The kobolds too. The kobolds have it worse. Again, they don't hire many kobolds either.
Rough. Man.
Well, when
Excuse
when you're in a good enough spot, I'll just shift to being a tiefling.
All right, so we got Lucy the tiefling now.
A pink
Mhm.
tiefling, weird pink tiefling.
well, I
Arya
mean,
looks
I
over,
think
so like,
yeah.
Arya looks over. Damn, girl, you look good as a tiefling.
Thank you.
compliment each other later. We got our shit to get. He says
That's
he
chill.
he. I imagine in the desert they have like that like thing around their neck that you can pull up to keep the sand out of your mouth. That's what he does.
Yeah, you guys,
He's
like
covering
the
as
guards
much of his
here.
face as possible.
Yeah, so the armor here is not just it's light armor, so it's breathable. You're also able to move, which is why you don't have disadvantage on stealth. Majority of the weapons are just going to be spears. Very few are able to you see carrying around shields or even swords. They prefer the reach
I
more
gotcha.
than anything.
Well,
Yep.
I remember like last session you said they also had rifles in the armory.
They do have rifles because actually I'm going to explore that when we get to back to Max,
Hmm.
Yeah.
which I'm going to give you a reason why they have rifles. Anyway, besides
I'm just
that,
saying I remember we stole those.
Mhm.
so you kind of start overhearing stuff going over the cart as it stops at a almost like a public area, and the guard looks over at. Yes, I know, I haven't forgotten about you. And the guard goes over by Piper's side of the carriage. Also, she wasn't an elf. Well, there was an elf, but that was the drow. That was the mistress. The one with the abs is a human.
I
Is
forget where
a
you posted
red-haired
their
human.
images. Is it FBR images?
A Jesus. A drelf. Okay.
No, it was character portfolios, I believe. No,
Okay.
wrong one. I'll find it eventually, don't worry. There it is.
As you hear one of the guards go, Family Head Piper, what what are you doing around here at this time? Some things that I just need to address. I'll be going through here in order to sell off some things. Just make sure that the perimeter is secured and that no oversights come through. Which they nod, and then the cart begins to move again, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be keeping out an eye for like obviously where it's going as well as a possible like ambush spot or just kind of seeing where it could possibly park to sell things like a storage house.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by. I mean, fair. Anyway, could continue.
Jesus
Continue what
Christ.
you were saying.
I'm gonna be looking for a possible spot of ambush or wherever its endpoint is. That way I can, try to sneak somewhere advantageous.
There are about 10 guards around the carriage right now until it comes to an eventual stop. 5 on each side.
Alright.
It's gonna be hard to ambush considering that the fact that number one, we don't have our magic, and number two, all we have are these spears. and some guns. I mean, I haven't even shot a gun before.
It's
Hmm.
not too hard. It's point this end at whatever you want to, drop and pull the trigger.
Lucy, have you ever shot a gun before?
Once or twice.
Okay, but you wouldn't consider yourself skilled with it now, would you?
No, I wouldn't say I'm skilled with them.
You eventually do see Piper be escorted down from the carriage as two guards from inside follow him, and you overhear, "The rest of you just stay here and guard the carriage. I will be right back."
Does Piper have the box of our shit on them?
The guards actually have the two guards that are following close by behind them are actually carrying a pretty decently sized box that you can only imagine it has your stuff in it,
All
and they
righty.
appear to be going down a dark alleyway.
Is there a way for me to get
Black
on any
market trading.
rooftops?
You never, I mean, yeah. You want to roll me in acrobatics?
Fuck yeah, I'll roll you in acrobatics.
Roll acrobatics then.
Let me. There we go. 22.
All right, 22. Is anyone going to go and join him, or are you guys just going to try and follow from the ground?
You said acrobatics?
It will be acrobatics if you're more dexterous than
Uh,
strength.
I'm more dexterous than strength, but not by a lot.
Let me just see what Arya. Well, Arya's actually got proficiency in acrobatics, and she got 16. She'll join. Flip, flip, flippity, flip.
Let's see if she can. Let's see if she can do it or not. 17.
All right, you're able to make it up there. Good job.
Woo! Yeah.
And Beaker also makes it up there.
Beaker definitely makes it up there. Oh my god.
He's a
Was that
goblin.
did I switch him back to normal? No, that was at advantage. I'll still take the 20. That still works anyway.
Yeah, it's the left-hand number, even if you accidentally hit advantage.
Yeah. Parkour.
Yeah, parkour.
Indeed, parkour.
All right.
So you guys
it's the
begin
two
watching from the
guards.
Yep, you guys begin watching through the roof from the rooftops as Piper and these two guards are being are walking through this dimly lit alleyway that appears to have nobody in it. It's pretty deserted from everything else. So when you look back, you see the five guards just like standing where the carriage is, making sure for Piper's safe return. But then, to your surprise, Piper stops and then looks back. And knowing from what you've seen of Piper during those initial meetings, Piper is has a very ominous face and constantly dragging on a cigarette during conversation.
Mm-hmm.
However, you have not seen a single cigarette pulled out in this case. And then eventually you kind of see Piper's face light up as a big exhale escapes their lip. Boy, that took a lot of effort to try and do. To which you see the two additional guards that were inside the carriage along with said Piper, and they begin to crumble into rock.
Oh, they were golems.
And then eventually, Piper, who is revealed to be not Piper, but actually is revealed to be, well, you don't know what this person is. What you do understand is that they have similar characteristics to what you would assume to be a changeling, since you travel with a changeling.
I squint. Then he looks over at Arya. What do you say? Jump down or see where this
Why are you
box
asking
is
me?
going? Listen, we
Why are
have
you
a
asking
golden
me?
opportunity here. Are
You
you
see
ready to go or
Piper.
not?
Well, I mean, I'm ready when you are, right, guys?
Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm ready when you are.
And as this imposter slowly slides the wooden top off the box off to look down and see your weapons and your armor, as well as the magical gifts given to you by the Mage of Light, Marigood herself. You guys jump down from the rooftop.
Yep.
Yippers.
Rafiki is pissed.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna say something, or are you just gonna do a dramatic superhero landing?
Oh, he's
Just
gonna
kinda-
jump in and use those 2 sorcery points.
Hey, Zero, welcome in.
Hello, hello.
Hi, you arrived just in time.
Yeah, we're jumping
What?
down the roof on the person who stole our shit.
All right.
Yep, you find
I
out
just hopped off you.
you find out it's not Piper. It's another changeling.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm jumping down and casting fucking darkness with sorcery points because I'm pissed off.
You mean the
You ca-
person stole the stuff that we legally stole?
Oh, this
You're-
is stuff that I had.
We're stealing back the stuff that was stolen from us.
Yeah.
That we stole technically, but there was legal stealing.
Exactly.
This was gifted to me.
Mm.
And purchased.
But we drop it down.
Yeah. Drop it down, casting darkness, and I can see in it because it's the sorcery point one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you cast darkness, and it enshrouds the space as the changeling is immediately caught off guard. Huh?
I
What?
know.
Who turned off the lights?
I'm immediately going after the box of shit and getting it to where I can scoot it away.
All right, you're the only one that could look for your own darkness, can you?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
try
he's
to
the only
guide
one.
Lucy with me as
Yeah.
I ping in her brain of just feel for a box and follow me.
I can just imagine everybody is just like attached to you, like you have Lucy and Arya and like on like both hands, while Beaker is like around
Beaker's
your
on the back.
shoulders. Yeah, he's on your back.
Yeah.
You look ridiculous. I'm like, hey, who's out there? This isn't funny.
Do we grip the box? Are we able to lift it and go?
The box is pretty heavy that it has all your shit in it.
Yeah, that's why I grabbed Lucy and them to help carry it.
I guess you guys can make me in a combined athletics roll.
Oh boy.
All
That's
right,
an
I come
18.
back.
That's actually not that bad.
Please tell me you're
18
good at
athletics for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Ari.
no, that wouldn't
What?
help even if I tried.
Well, I'm gonna have to burn this before I do anything. I'm rolling my
Okay.
build for success, and now I'm rolling my athletics.
9.
That's a 9.
Nice.
Still doesn't get you anywhere. So really, Beaker, Pervigi, you're the. Oh no, that was Lucy. Never mind. So really, Lucy, you're the only one that's able to actually like lift this thing, but you're struggling considering that it's a pretty decently sized box, and the amount of space that you need to like open up your arms makes it very uncomfortable. And since you're the only one who's lifting it off the ground, uh, it's gonna be hard for you to move.
There.
Hmm.
I have a plan if he ends up seeing me. If this person ends up like seeing me, though.
Oh, they can't see shit.
Well, I mean, like if we're not out by the time this darkness is over.
Yep.
I believe darkness lasts like what, 10 turns?
It lasts 10 turns, but it won't matter as you guys are trying to reclaim your stuff. Now is darkness in your? I don't think it matters, but I'm
It's
just
a
gonna ask just
sorcery
out of
point
curiosity.
thing, but yes, I have it
Well,
as
no,
a
I know it's
spell.
a sorcery point, but like, is darkness like a part of your? Is it like a racial spell you obtained, a
It's
subclass
a
spell, or
class
is it just
spell.
a class spell? Okay. Then yeah, so as darkness is enshrouded, it's gonna be dispelled as you, your friends, and the thief are caught off guard as you are surprised at each other's uh visage. Hey, what the hell are you doing? That's my stuff.
Correction,
Well,
it's
time to.
ours. He says as he flips the rifle towards them.
The changeling and begins immediately puts their hands like, oh hey now, let's let's not do anything rash here.
We're taking our stuff and we're leaving. I don't know who you are or how you came across it, but yes, this is ours.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Very strange predicament for us to find you a lot like this. And as another
It's who I
voice,
think it is, isn't it? Yeah.
yep. And as another voice is thrown into the, or is spoken into the alleyway, you see from one end there is Piper, the real Piper this time, with the guards. And then on the other end, right behind the changeling, you see Veronica.
Ah, fuck.
Mhm. DM.
Yep.
This whole time as we're like doing this, I've been basically tapping my foot in preparation for what I wanted to do, which was enthralling performance.
All right. Throw up and falling performance for me.
Yeah. Woo!
All right. And falling performance. Inspire 60 feet of you. Be charmed.
Pretty much.
Number equal to charisma modifier. What's your charisma modifier at right now?
My charisma modifier is a 4.
It's
So
4.
4
Okay.
people can be targeted.
Are you going to use this immediately or are you going to wait to see how this plays out?
Uh, I'm like, I guess I'm tapping my foot subtly, so I'm kind of building up to it. But I'm gonna see how this turns out. If things go bad, this is activating.
The two family heads begin closing the distance along with the guards. And like the the changeling just goes, "Oh shit, I'm dead."
Well, enemy of my
Well,
enemy is my friend. Answer the gun and goes to grab my daggers.
Now, we're not here for you. We're just here for the little thief here. Veronica says as her cane, the bottom half of it, as she raises it up, begins to glow an eminent blue light, and it becomes an arcane blade, to which she immediately puts it against the changeling's throat.
And how are you
Beep.
so sure that we can trust you?
Piper looks to you as he literally stands right next to you, Lucy. And the first thing he does is he takes the cigarette that he's currently dragging and then uh, presses it against the uh, anti magic collar around your neck, to which spores begin to grow and eventually start decaying the magical chain, to which it pops.
Okay. Lucy's still a little suspicious, but hey, I mean, it's finally off of her, thank goodness.
And eventually he does the same for the rest of you, as you guys are free from the magic binding shackles. Honestly, this has been a really bad misunderstanding, at least for you lot to think it was me the entire time. We've been trying to figure out what's been going on, as our guards have been telling us over the last couple of weeks that we have been telling we have been telling them to do other things that we've had no recollection of, and we've wondered why that is. Come to find out, it turns out to be a special individual that we've not come across ever. And this
Okay,
one has a lot to explain for themselves
I need
before
an
we put them in a
explanation.
couple of shackles.
Who was the one that put me in the box? That's what Pervy says as he's, just reacquiring his gear.
Who do you think? As Veronica presses the blade more against Changeling's throats and a little bit of blood begins to trickle from their neck.
Mm.
Well,
Neither me nor Piper were there when you were thrown into that prison. None of us were there. As a matter of fact, a few hours ago we had just spoken to Maxilon, and we have been in the stronghold ever since. If you really want to be so
I'm an insight check.
curious, you
Well,
can
also
insight check.
insight check.
Go insight. 12.
Yeah. 17.
Veronica's telling the truth.
They're telling the truth.
This is just getting more and more of a headache.
Oh, come on, you can't blame me. You lot have everything. And then this land that I find myself in, there might be a little bit of brightness in comparison to where I once was, but it's almost just as bad as my home, my original home.
And where was that?
I'm gonna take a wild assumption and say the heart of the world.
How do you know?
I've got a friend who's who's similar to you.
Arya begins to like rub her neck as the collar pops from earlier, getting the blood feeling around. Correction, we have a friend who is like you. So there are others like me now in the rest of the world?
Oh, trust me, buddy.
As she like shifts herself back to how she normally looks.
You're looking at one right now.
Fucking got a wee. R change.
Oh my god. It's not your changeling or my changeling, it's
It's
our
ours.
changeling.
Right. Yeah.
So
She
what's your
shifts back to
plan
how
with
she normally. Yeah.
this person?
Hmm. We'll keep that disclosed for now. You should find yourselves to go back to that little tavern that you're staying at and perhaps forget the events of this night.
A little hard to, but
And then Veronica kind of like does like the whole glasses glare from like behind as she tosses the changeling towards the guards as they begin to bind them. Believe me, we've never backed down on our deals. But our word is law here. So you should just go back and forget that everything that happened here tonight.
it's ominous when you say it like that, but
It just seems
She's
rather
gonna stare at the
convenient.
others.
Vigi's just
get
getting his fucking everything re-equipped. As well, not like everything, obviously, because public indecency and
Take
all that.
what you can.
Yeah, weapons and such.
Mm.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is this circumstance seems rather convenient.
This ain't a stage play. This is not something that even Sammy would come up with.
But you know how it looks.
Back
That's all
then,
I'm
when
saying.
well, we have to be aware of all sorts of schemes. So yes, we are well aware of what this is.
He's just gonna take a breath.
But now then, if you really thought it was me, then it's a little bit insulting. Because had it been me, I
I
wouldn't have
don't
put any of
know
you.
you.
He has a fair point. We barely know any of you. So we
Fair.
don't know what to expect.
And yes, I figured
I
you
guess
all
Beaker's gonna
are
pipe up
rather
here.
intelligent. So I won't put it behind you to do something.
What were you gonna say, Beaker?
I think Beaker would pipe up at this point and just say, Jockey.
For Vigi, you mean?
Vervigi, not Jiraki.
No, god damn it. It's been a while. Bravigi,
Yeah,
do you trust me?
I trust you. Yeah, I've traveled with you
Oh
long
boy.
enough to know that you're not a usual issue.
All right. Okay. Then trust me when I say that they can keep their word. They're not going to, despite how this looks, they don't intend on backing on their deals.
Mm-hmm. See, he gets it, and that's only because his gang used to terrorize our business ventures many times in the past. Though now things are changed now.
And I know that on the few times that we actually came to an agreement, things went smoothly. The very, very few times.
Indeed, the very few times, Beaker. Veronica kind of like sneers at you. Your
If Beaker had a
paymasters still,
marker, he'd put angry eyebrows on his dome.
our arrangement is still not complete. Though, and as she reaches into the changeling's pocket and then tosses over that pen to uh, Piper. I was wondering where this went. Never leave the stronghold without it.
Oh, we found that in the pirate captain's hoard.
As we assumed it would be. Never really been the best at being civilized, that one. But what you gonna do?
Speaking of hordes, he looks at the changeling thief. Where's your stash?
Ah,
Nervous sweat. Stash? What are you talking
Don't
about?
play dumb. Every thief has a stash.
Wherever it may be, we will come to find it. Don't you worry your little head about it.
I want to cut. I helped inadvertently apprehend them. I want to cut.
Piper and Veronica look towards each other. We will consider it. For now, we bid you a fair night. And as they start walking away with the changeling,
Let's just get our shit and go before I don't know, do something I'll regret.
Yeah, Lucy got her stuff.
alrighty, and that ends off things there. As we are
Mhm.
going to go ahead and move
I'm
on
keeping that
with
rifle.
Max.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
they basically tell the guards that like whatever they have on them, aside from the spears and the armor, you could let them keep. They could at least have the guns. We have plenty.
No, yeah, no, it's definitely just like a because
What? I was told Flargosians have a lot of interesting
well, no,
technology. I'm keeping
that's
this.
not that. Just like just like, huh. There was a changing behind all the definitely fooled her. That's for sure.
I mean, you do have an uncanny ability to look like anyone you want
Yeah, but
and sound like them.
I know. I guess I didn't really expect it to happen to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. In the future, we need to figure out a way of telling.
Hmm.
All right, Max, you ready?
Give me a moment changing my shit.
Gonna mute.
Blanque? Okay,
They're
Blanque's ready.
doing something.
Beaker went another forged. Clanka. Maybe if you work on your aim, you'll be promoted.
Maybe if you got rid of that yee ass brain dome, you'd get some bitches on your dick. Clanka.
What the fuck?
People have so much time on their hands when they make shit like this. My God, it's
I just need a better body. If we find a real body, I'll make sure to get it.
What if we can find you a nice human body? Don't you worry.
That's not gonna work.
Why?
What if we found someone
Has
that was
anyone
kind of
seen?
like Nick Valentine? Like some sort of noir detective.
Hmm.
Have
Instead, we got
has anyone seen Invincible?
I have.
Yes.
I mean,
no.
We give Beaker the robot treatment.
And
Oh no.
No, I think we honestly need to give Beaker a fade.
But how though? Anyway, moving to Flunky before this goes on a completely different tangent.
I just ate sushi with my lightsaber chopsticks.
Oh, you motherfucker.
nice.
Why? Every time you want to be fancy?
They light up.
Can you send a picture of what they look like? Because my brain has hard time.
Can
Yo's Wayne.
can Cap send me 500 plantain chips?
I ain't got no plantain chips, bro.
Well, fuck you too.
Also, they
You know,
they
just-
break in the mail,
you know,
man. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
they would
That's
just
how they work.
crumble. Oh, the
Mhm.
lightsaber chopsticks. Hell yeah.
Yeah, my brain was like, "How do those work?" Because lightsabers are usually like really, really round, and then I look at those and I'm like, "Oh, that's how they work."
Hey, bro. Hey to my bros. A new ick has been unlocked. Apparently, don't ever get injured, or else your girl will never like you again.
What the fuck?
What?
what?
Yeah, I just saw that on TikTok recently.
Oh.
Anyway,
Have you seen that fool who
Anywho.
collects the list of icks? It's like,
Yeah.
don't talk, don't breathe, don't smell good, don't get injured.
Okay.
Exactly.
Anywho, back to racism.
Huh?
Okay.
That's been the running gag of this
Sure, let's
entire
call it
fucking
that.
campaign.
I suppose so.
What the fuck, Stag?
Oh god, what did
Jack's
Stag
allowed to
do?
say it, to be fair.
What did Stag
Still.
do? What did Stag Hold on, I gotta see.
Harsh.
I mean, you can keep going with what you were saying, but...
Wow.
Oh! Okay, I'm sorry, go on.
Anyway, a picture of Bravigi from earlier. Just hi.
Bravigi about to fucking shoot off the next fucking thief that fucks with him.
I need Stag to say what you just typed right now in voice.
I am not about. I will not. I'm not gonna. You know what? Let's just continue.
Let's continue,
Neko,
please.
Neko, change the music to something.
Uh-huh.
I guess something. I wouldn't say normal, but like just something for this night with some dark undertones.
See what I can find. Go on. I'll put a music.
So question for you, Max. So during the events that took place with Bravigi being drugged and captured, and then same thing with Lucy, Beaker, and Arya. What you been doing right after the meeting with the blood spades?
I think. Yeah. You know what? These fools have finally pissed him off to the point where he's going to look south of the city. That's where we were
And
told the army is coming up from.
So you're gonna exit from the city's southern walls.
Yeah, I'll rent a horse or buy a horse or whatever and head south. I'm going to leave a
Alrighty.
note. Let me get this straight. He leaves a note. Like back at the inn. Like pinned to his door or something. Because a bunch of inconsiderate assholes already stabbed a hole in the door, so why not use the pre-existing hole? That's what she said.
God damn it.
Before heading south.
DM, have Max accidentally stab himself for that one.
Somewhere in the distance, Ink takes 5 points of psionic damage.
Bitch, I'm resistant. Try me.
3 points then. I round up.
Anyway.
Yes. Anyway, so you go ahead, and as you walk your way over towards the southern gates after renting out a horse, you begin going back out into the harsh desert of Flargos, away from Sut. And you begin trying to find any sort of life outside of the city walls. You've you've been staying pretty quaint underneath all the shade that Sut provides from the trees planted on higher levels and on the rooftops. And now you're being hit once again by the harsh light and heat of the sun. And in comparison to last time, you're on your own this time.
Well, we know there's roads south. There's way stops along the way, but they probably won't be along the main road. They'll be somewhere further southwest. Like it's. I think. And you can arbitrate against this if you want. Max has enough knowledge about military operations to figure out how an army would move through a place like this.
All right. So then, what are you gonna do in terms of trying to find any sort of, you know, you're gonna track them, see if there's any sort of like, signs of life out there?
Yeah, we'll track them.
All right, go ahead and roll me a survival.
All right, I'm kind of good at that. Oh wow, god damn. Whew.
Okay, well,
Oh,
you have so much confidence in you that you're specifically trying to find any sort of you're trying to find what appears what you, in your mind is an army. You're trying to find a big group of people, most likely with either weapons or just traveling in a group to survive with a purpose. And how long would you say that you're trying to do this? Like, how long would you be out here? Because in between the event that I just described before to you doing this, your time up leading up to where Lucy, Beaker, Ravigi, and Arya are is early afternoon.
Like he rides like south for maybe 4 or 5 hours before turning back.
Got you. So unfortunately, because of the of well, mechanically because of your role, but like you're unable to find anything of any signs of the hope for the resistance that you wish to uh band with in order to liberate Flargos. But
Is there
even
like a
though
way station on the way that I could stop at and maybe talk to somebody?
they do have markers, you do see like a little hut area
Yeah,
with a specific sign that basically says like, checkpoint here.
yeah, we'll head to the little hut area then.
There's not much going on in the little hut area. There just appears to be from the inside, you just see someone laying on a mat. They appear to be a wood elf who's currently smoking some grass with a nice tall glass of water. What's
Uh,
up, man?
Evening. Um, you didn't happen to see a large force pass this way, did you? It's a
And what
question
you
worth
mean by
asking. Um, sorry, I was responding to Stag.
okay? And what do you mean by that, my friend?
Outriders or scouts for some sort of large body of troops by any chance?
Hold on. Sorry, I heard something. Anyway, so you
Did
explaining if I seen an army somebody?
any outriders or scouts? Anyone come talk to you?
Uh,
Anything of the sort.
well, well, a few people have talked to me, man. One of which was expected of that the powerful figures back in Soot. And then maybe I've seen a small group of 6 going through,
And
but that was
yeah, tell me about this group of 6.
mm, was that wasn't very much to them. But one of them that did stand out because she was not fully covered was some small. Was she a Cobalt? too short to be a dragonborn, that's for sure.
Hold on. She blue?
I wouldn't say blue, maybe turquoise is the color. I think.
Did they say anything about where they were going, where they came from?
Where they came from? No, they just seem to be in a hurry.
Which way did they head?
As a matter of fact, I think that well, towards Sut. As a matter of fact, I think they were following that larger group, the one that I just made mention to you about meeting up with, those in power over there. I'm just here, man, just making sure everyone knows the way. Why so many questions?
All right. Appreciate your help.
Hey, man, that's what I'm here for, just to make sure that you're able to come back and forth and not get lost
How
out there.
long ago did they pass?
Well, how long have you been out here?
Maybe 6 hours.
Not that long ago. You might be able to catch them. They've only just passed a couple minutes ago. Same with that other larger group.
Yeah, Max leaves. He's gonna get on his horse and ride north.
So you're try riding back into Sut, and you don't see, by the time you reach the gates, you don't see a group of 6 anywhere nearby. But by the time you do reach the southern gates that you just left from hours before, you do see the larger group that the man from before was explaining to you. Do
Um,
you peep in?
well, like
Do you
like
peep
I'm
in
a
on that conversation?
while I'm along the road, do I see like tracks peel off anywhere? Or yeah, roll something, a perception,
Uh, you can roll. Yeah, you can roll me in our perception if you want.
or an investigation?
Either one
Or
of the two.
I'll roll a perception. Okay, there we go. That's better.
All right, you do see what appear to be a couple of tracks away from the larger group that is currently talking with the guards right now. However, by the time it reaches like away from that group at like an angle, the tracks just stop at like a very strange spot. Like it's nowhere near a it's nowhere near like another gate. It's nowhere near like a suitable alternative entryway inside. But the tracks just stop. Like think of like in an isosceles triangle, basically. Like if you
They just dead stop in the sand outside of the
they,
city.
they just dead stop in the sand. Yeah, it's strange.
All right, I will do an investigation on this one because I think there's something here I'm not seeing. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Well, as far as anything of use, you don't see anything that you could see as maybe you start like kicking up the sand. A few of the guards over by the gate look over to you as you're trying to like look in the middle of nothing, and they're close by to where you could hear them. So like, is that man over there okay, or has he just gone crazed from the desert? I don't know.
I'm not fucking sun mad.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
what's that group doing?
The bigger one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before I get to that, but you do manage to find something that at least brightens your spirit, and that is you find scales, but not like like scales that were peeled off forcefully. These appears to be like shedding. You find blue scales.
Yeah, just gonna grab one of those.
So congratulations, you know they're here now. somewhere, but you know they're here.
Fucker. Okay, yeah, let's go talk to that big group.
You go ahead and begin to approach the bigger group, but then as you're beginning to close the distance, you see three other tiefling women descend from the main carriage. Each of them varying in height. One short, about 5'4", one about 5'9", and the tallest one being almost the same height as Tiana, just only short by maybe 2 inches, just perfectly a 6 foot. As the guards begin to bow and give them their proper greeting.
Do I recognize them?
You can roll me a history if you want to figure them out.
I'm decent at that. I got a 15.
15. I would say you know only of one of them, and that'll be the tallest one. Her name is. Let me go for this. Skylar Safado. She is an architect, a modern architect of Flargos. Let me write down her name. There you go. It's in the OOC.
The ook.
The what'd you just say?
The ook. Oh,
Ah,
see.
yes, the ook. Ah, yes, the ook. The ook.
Ook.
But then the guard addresses it like, Madam Gale, Madam Angela, Madam Skylar, welcome. The Bloodspades, more specifically, Master Cervantes, has been expecting your arrival. It is good to be back in Sut. Thank you for the warm greetings. And they leave their carriage and they are escorted by foot.
Yeah, we're walking up, interrupting the conversation. Obviously.
This motherfucker.
You're what, the conversation?
Interrupting?
Well, say something.
Oh, Lady Safaro. My goodness, it's been ages. Max and Lanzarescu, we met at Lady Damasia's party. 2 years ago?
You, she looks over behind you and she goes, oh, what a surprise. Max Alonso Vestry, it's been too long.
Indeed it has, my lady.
Well then, what brings you all the way out here? Pretty untamed land for your more quaint life back in Lytera.
Anything's quaint. Depending on how you look at it.
Demasius.
I'm sorry.
Flunky, they introduced League of Legends memes.
Anyway,
Oh.
So to describe Skylar, again, she's 6 foot, very tall, and there's a powerful aura about her. Like, obviously, because even though you don't really have a well-established relationship, you know each other by passing. You do know that she can take control of a room. Naturally charismatic. And also her unique horn shape, which appears to be like that of bat wings, but like of the top bone that does like the whole like M shape.
So what brings you here, Lady Sephora? Hold on, what was it? God damn it, I pinned it.
Zafara.
Zafaro. Got you.
Yep.
So what brings you here, Lady Zafaro?
What the hell do you want to know? Says one of the two that you have no recollection or even knowledge of, and the one who speaks is one who looks to be likes to get her hands dirty. She wears like that of what you call it, not a carpenter, but like almost like an inventor's attire, where she wears clothes that she uses to like uh filth up when she's making something. The
You know,
unique thing about her is that her horns are metal. It appears that right down the middle, right before the connection between bone and the rest of her skull, her horns appear to be cut off. So now she has metallic implants for her horns,
yeah,
and she does.
Ow.
Max wouldn't normally do this, but we're in no time to deal with this, and he's just going to ignore her and continue talking to Lady Zafaro.
I apologize, Maxlon, but we are on some business here, and I would rather not keep business waiting. You would understand that, wouldn't you?
Of course. Do be wary. I have had some dealings recently with the leaders of this city, and watch out, is all I can say.
The one
One
that
more
you're
thing.
no. Oh, go ahead.
You didn't happen to see anything weird on the road?
Oh heavens, of course not. Why would I see anything weird?
Oh, right. You probably forgot to open the curtains on the carriage. Of course.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, she says, speaking in ever so soft-spoken manner. The one with the implants growls, and she has like these special greaves on to which she wants to do like a sort of motion, because it looks like these greaves are loaded. But then the smallest one kind of like puts a hand in front of her chest, is all like, "No, no, let's not cause a scene."
Uh, Excuse me, ma'am. May I have your name? Talking to the one with the fiery gauntlets. I'll instigate a little bit. And your name is?
Hold on, going through the notes.
Fire. Max being cheeky. Of course.
So many tieflings.
Gale. Gale Titonia.
Oh, Gale Titonia. I'll remember that.
You see that one of the greaves begins to flip out into like a switchblade, and then the other
Yeah, and
one.
at the same time she fucking does that, the pistol slides from Max's arm. Like, what's up? You want to do shit? Let's go.
Okay, now's not the best time, Gale. We have business to attend to, says the shorter one. But yeah, we're on a tight schedule, and this one just keeps yapping.
Word of advice, Gale. If you draw a weapon, be prepared to use it.
Oh, I'm prepared to use it. And I'm prepared to skin you.
Better people than you have tried.
Damn.
Skylar, let's get going. Sorry, kind of got carried away in the conversation.
Skylar, if I may recommend you find some better company.
Skylar just giggles at you and he goes like, I don't know what you mean by that, considering that this is my company. And she just walks off with the two of them.
Pop her in the back of the head real quick. Done and over with. No.
Shoot him.
Yeah, fuck. Man, I wish Bravigi was here. He knows shitty people.
I know how shitty people
A-
operate.
Oh god,
As
he associates with lowlives. I bet he would know the shittiest bar in town.
as most of the guards begin to disperse and they lead off the carriage and the majority of the entourage that they brought with them, one of the guards actually approaches you, not in a confronting manner, but just nonchalantly, and he kind of like leans in to whisper, "Hey,
Say this.
hey,
Yeah.
you best be careful. You best be careful. You know, if you thought the family were bad, those three are, well, let's just say that they keep good ties with others in Flargos, and those three are important to the operations. So don't want to go messing with them either, especially that one. She's, if you thought Tiana was hot tempered, that one's even more hot tempered."
Let me fill you in on something. They were important.
He kind of looks over to you, takes a moment to process, and takes off his helmet and reveals himself to be a tiefling. But he goes, "Listen, there's been a lot of loss to Flargos over these last couple of years. Any chance of change would greatly benefit its future. But don't be doing any sort of rash actions now without any sort of plan.
I have
But
a plan.
if you must know, I would suggest, if you're curious, to follow and just see what I mean when it comes to those three. Believe me, it'll be worth your while." He
Hold
says
on.
as he kind of like just,
Hold on a minute. Before this guy leaves, aren't you tired of being walked on? Aren't you tired of being stepped over by people like that?
Don't you just want to say down with the system? Don't you want to go ape shit?
Aren't you
Aren't you
tired of
tired
being
of being
nice?
fucking nice? I'm recruiting this dude into my proletariat mission to overthrow the city government.
Motherfucker, you are part of the government. You are the system.
Yeah, he's
In
using
my
the system to
era.
overthrow the system. That's what he's trying
Yeah.
to do.
he's
trying to
Trying
get
to
using
a
go
one.
better
overthrow
system.
your ass.
Yeah, that's what
He's
someone who
using
doesn't understand the system says.
Yes, it's called imperialism.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect someone from Heart of the World to understand anything.
Jesus.
Mm,
Anyway,
Alright.
he just looks over at you and he goes,
Oh fuck, I'm almost.
"Believe me, some of us are tired, but
Then spread the word to your brothers. You'll know when the time is right. Change is coming, and we can make it happen."
Why do I hear the USSR theme?
he just simply gives you like a a friendly pat on the shoulder before putting on his helmet and then just returning back to his post.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna follow.
How close you follow?
Like a good distance behind, but he's not hiding. It's a street. I can walk on it.
All right. Well, you follow closely behind. They pay no mind to you as well, Skylar is at least tall enough to where, and obviously her horns are a dead giveaway, so you're able to follow them pretty easily without drawing too much attention. Discard him, Max. Well, funny enough, Max was taller than him, so. Anyway, besides the point. On the first level, they head off to a northeast area, to which you find yourself in a what appears to be a closed off sector of warehouses.
Okay.
Do you want to find a way inside so you can continue?
Yeah, of course I want to find a way inside.
Everybody doing another investigation.
Oh, I got an 8.
I'll have you reroll.
Okay. Oh, I got an 8 again.
Okay then.
Ooh.
It appears to be
Jesus
pretty.
Christ, dice.
It appears to be pretty locked down. And then as they begin to slowly start getting farther and farther away, and your window is slowly closing, you eventually see from your peripheral what appears to be uh an alley goblin. He goes like, "Hey, you interested about wanting to go in there?"
I'm ignoring that guy and sneaking over the wall. You kidding me? I'm not talking to that fool. I have shit to do.
All right then. I'm guessing you're more strength than dex, or you? No, you're dex. You're dex. I guess roll me in acrobatics.
Or a stealth? They're the same. They're the same. I have a +8 to both.
Okay, well, okay, roll me a stealth first, so we could, test.
Why is it? I'm not wearing heavy armor. Ignore
I'm about to
that.
say, why is it saying you're wearing heavy armor? Okay, I'll take the 21 and roll your acrobatics so you get over the wall. All right, you're fine. So you're quietly able to nimble your way up the wall and over. And with your stealth, you're able to hide yourself, again, like Snake, through a couple boxes and in between carriages. And the three of them enter the main warehouse, the largest one in the center. And you're able to find what appears to be an open window from above.
Yeah, we're listening in.
As you enter in and you look down, you see the three of them stand there, guards surrounding the perimeter. As Cervantes walks in, big smile on his face and arms spread out, like, "Angela, welcome back. I've missed you, old friend." Cervantes, likewise, as they hug each other. Skylar and Gale been keeping out of trouble. Yeah, you could say that. Business has been well, and Skylar does gives us good publicity. That I do. And you, Gale, you keeping busy? As busy as my genius can be, given my laboratory or lack of laboratory. And Angela kind of like reaches a hand up to her head, is all like, "Oh, come on, you know we're trying to improve that space." "Yeah, but it is time for me to actually get an actual laboratory and some actual decent privacy." In due time, in due time. Now then, I take it that you've gotten my letter from a couple weeks ago. So, like, that's why we're here. Well, I just wanted to also say thank you for your earlier shipment. It's not every day that you, being the great forge master that you are, along with one of the greatest artificers we have here, come together to create something powerful, you know. And that's when some of the guards come from a double door and they bring in something you've not seen before, something new. And it appears to be in a range, assortment of mounted guns attached to flatbed carriages. I mean, this right here, this will definitely set any sort of small battalion riddled with bullets and any sort of carriage riders exploding into nothing but mists of blood. To kind of describe it, they're basically Gatling guns.
Mm.
And what's more, they're automated. And you see that these platforms are not they're not horse powered. There appears to be some way that they're going about, but you can't see because of the distance that you're observing this from.
Oh shit!
So you
I've been raided.
so you wouldn't know exactly how these would work in terms of
Hi,
movement.
Cass. We're playing D&D. Thank you for raiding.
Yes, Carlos, thank you for the visual.
They're explosive. Oh no! Hello, everybody.
But
I'll
besides,
be right back.
Rocky.
I will be right back. I swear to God.
okay.
Rhonda, Shwanda, John.
Sorry about that.
What?
I'm Jiraki. I'm a little bit of a righty game in here, but I am also
We're
known
gonna
for
get
playing
Tiefling Henry
TTRPGs
Ford,
and
aren't
come
we?
stay a while, sit down,
Basically,
and
all
enjoy
three
yourselves.
of them might as well be like three
Oh, so
separate
they're
pieces.
So they're extremely racist. Got it.
Huh?
Look up
Okay, not
Henry
like
Ford.
that. I meant in terms of the invention. Damn it.
Oh wait, sorry. No, I think Ford was an anti-Semite.
Bored.
Again, not like
Let's-
that. In terms of the invention.
The Gatling gun to go daka 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 daka.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe I can't believe it took us like this long to find people that have those.
Just saying.
Largos is crazy, man.
Flargos
It
is
is.
like
Tech Central.
Flargos is that meme of the hot girl, and then next to her boyfriend with the T-shirt saying "most racist teeth alive."
What the fuck? I don't know that meme. I don't want to know that meme.
Like, is it just coincidence that every tiefling here looks down on others?
Not every tiefling. There was again one tiefling, which was one of the guards.
I don't know. Sammy looked down on us.
Well, they're
All
crime
of
lord
us
bosses.
They're
They look down on
crime
everybody.
lords. Of course, they look down on you. And the only
That
reason
one-
why the guards look down on you is because they're on their payroll.
Fucking Arya starting to look down on us.
How the
Damn.
fuck is Arya looking down on you?
She's getting infected with that Flargosian tiefling culture.
I've
Holy
never
shit.
made any sort of way that Arya is getting affected by this thinking here. As a matter of fact, they don't like her here because they clearly tell that she's Frostnerin.
No, she's doing the thing. Maybe if I'm hateful to others, they'll like me. Oh no, we're losing her. No, I'm just kidding.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying a lot of tieflings are assholes here.
Well, to be fair, it's a very hot desert. Their main way of, dealing
Yeah,
with
just get.
arguments is fighting each other.
You know, we probably could solve racism here if we give them AC.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it won't. It's not that easy.
It
I
is
mean,
not
to
that
be fair,
easy.
Cuddle, you've been racist to everybody since he stepped out of the heart of the world.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, maybe I need some AC, bruh.
Oh,
Well,
look,
maybe
the
you need
absurdist
some.
scribblers here.
Maybe you need
Yeah,
some
but
EC, empathy and
no.
compassion.
What the fuck? Well, that's actually a good
All
one.
right. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue and move on from this conversation.
Exactly. I don't know how we keep rounding about to here.
It's
I don't
Cuddle.
know, man.
It's Cuddle.
Yeah, it's probably me.
It's all right.
It's not.
But more than that, do you have the plans for our next project? And that's when Skylar walks us like, as a matter of fact, we do. And she electrifies a projection up on the wall, and you begin to see what appears to be schematics of a giant mana powered cannon.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. You've outdone yourself with these plans. Well, what can I say? It is my specialty. I draw it out. Or, no, hold on. How did the order go again? Angela walks up and kind of rubs her back. You're sweet, love. I come up with the idea as well as how everything fits. You draw it out, and Gail makes it. That is how the order works. And a brilliant trio the three of you are, indeed. And of course, with how our business is, you know you would be paid in full. And that is when a smaller box is brought to them. The guards in this scenario are color coded. So Cervantes's guards are red, while Angela's guards are blue.
Dabu dee dabu die.
Dabo dee daba da. Yep. Always getting pissed.
That's for
They're
organization,
uniforms,
Cuddle.
damn it. They're uniforms.
That wasn't about the uniforms. That was about Cuddle psionics. Get stabbed, idiot.
Jesus. Anyway. And they bring them a chest, and to your, well, not to your surprise, but you would know what it is. It's payment. Half in gold, half in platinum.
Why wouldn't it all be in platinum? That'd make it easier to carry.
Don't judge me. Anyway. Well, I look forward to the next time I see you then. Is there anything that you have required of us and before you head back? Raw materials. We're kind of running low of where we're at in our home base. Of course, you would be able to provide, no? Mm-hmm. Whatever you wish, make a list, and we'll go ahead and have Violet and Tiana gather the resources for you. Angela nods, and the two friends extend hands and shake on it before leaving the brief meeting.
None of this has helped me find the one blue bitch I'm looking for.
Well, that's what you think. because obviously you're standing on like the rafters and you look across and you see a shadow move and jump off the opposite window.
God damn it, we're going through the window.
She just left.
You're in a warehouse. It's fucking massive.
Yeah, it's rafters. I have 30 feet of movement per turn. That's 30 feet of movement in 6 seconds. I can get across there in like 18 seconds max.
I mean, if you dash, you could get there and more.
I could dash.
All right. So you follow after her. So you follow after the shadow,
Yes.
and you eventually end up right outside the wall. Luckily, you weren't able to be noticed by any guards.
Yeah, who needs rogues in the party when we have warriors who can just do it anyway?
You can't expertise in the stealth
Cap,
or acrobatics.
I'll
how
just
high
skill
up?
monkey it.
How high up
I'll
is the
just skill
window?
monkey it.
How high up is the what?
The window.
Pretty
You
high
want
up.
me to make an athletics check to climb down? Because I'll just clear it.
Clear it. Do it.
Also,
Why do you
be
two
fair,
like
Flunky,
provoke
we
each
have
other? My
we
God.
have the same modifier for acrobatics.
We have the same modifier. Hell yeah.
Yeah, +8.
No, I did a dex-based fighter, so he's really good at acrobatics.
It makes sense.
Anyway, you eventually, as you're trying to look for them outside, you see like a small lit torch at one corner, and when you peer around it, you see a small group. What was her girlfriend's race again?
Titonia? The large brass dragonborn?
Okay, they're both dragonborn. Okay.
You're
For a while, Theo thought she was a kobold because she was just stunted. She just looks like that.
And then, does she think she's one still now?
No, she knows she's a dragonborn. She's just runty.
She's
Two
just
dragonborn.
an absolute runt.
Two dragonborn.
Walk into a bar. Anyway,
I said 6.
And one of them
Yep.
hits their head because she's 8 feet fucking tall.
good lord, that's a giant woman.
Mm-hmm. 2 dragonborn, 3 humans, and 1 orc with a bull mask that you could tell who he is.
Who's that fool?
I don't know. You tell me who's that fool.
An orc? I don't know, man.
I know who it is.
Damn, you forgot your promise. Damn. I guess I should not make this thing happen then.
Hold on. That's
damn,
what
even I remember.
what's her shit's. It's been months. Calm down. It's what's her shit's grandson.
Yes.
Thank you. Toro. Motherfucker.
Toro.
I remembered it. You just had to give me a moment.
Toro.
I'm surprised there's not Oso, but that's just me. Whatever.
What the fuck?
But yeah, Titonia is still the tallest one in this group, but Toro is just jacked. He is a pretty beefy boy. Like, all right, well, I don't think it's a good idea to leave this without putting a stop to it, you know? There was a lot of world-ending threat here.
Yeah, I agree.
And as you speak up, they immediately like just snap their necks over to your direction, drawing weapons.
Hey.
Toro just draws his fists.
All right. Hold on. Hey, calm down. Not a threat.
Who are
Hey,
you?
it's Toro, right?
Toro looks rather confused that you know him by name. See?
Your grandma says hi. Wants to know you're safe.
Then he looks shocked. You know my abuelita? How do you know my abuelita?
You made me a really good meal about a month ago. She's a friend of the family's. Max is holding his hands in the air. I'm doing it in real life like an asshole. I'm sitting at my desk holding my hands up like I'm not a threat.
Are you alone in your house right now as you're doing it?
No, my girlfriend's in the other room, but the door is closed.
She just walks in,
yeah.
you're holding your hands.
Yeah, I know. I would look like a real asshole.
They sheath their weapons. What family are you speaking of?
The Zerestris.
And that is when the small dragonborn looks to you like, you're a Zerestri?
That'd be me. Max Alandakala Barsavona Zerestri at your service.
What are you doing out here, war hero?
I guess trying to be a hero again.
She looks to her tall lover, to Toro, and the other few rebels. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Theo. This is Titonia, and well, you know Toro already, in a way. And this is it's not much, but this is what we have. We are the rebels.
The 6 of you? I don't mean that to sound judgmental. I was
It's
told there was an army.
It's been hard to try and recruit. Because it's not just the spades that control most of the law. There are other crime organizations, and well, I kind of did I probably should not have announced that to the top of my lungs.
Yeah, probably not. Oh, this changes my plans a bit.
But we have been keeping tabs on the rest of the world. We've heard that there is darkness creeping, but we didn't know that you, as well as whoever you brought with you, would be the ones handling the situation.
Yeah, there's maybe been some sort of miscommunication. We were told that there was a massive rebel army threatening the economy and stability of Flargos, threatening to overthrow Iris.
Well, that is the plan, yes, and we have stopped a few endeavors from the other crime organizations with half success rate.
Okay. Well, the important thing is that people still think that there's an army out there, which is the good thing. That's one thing. If there's the illusion of a threat, then there is a threat.
Well, got a point there.
Okay. We can make this work. Theo, was it?
That's me.
Okay. Well, 6 is better than nothing. These blood spades, blood hearts, whatever they're called, they need to be stopped. And then Iris needs to be stopped. And then the rest of the world needs to be saved. A lot of things are happening.
So we've been reading about. It's pretty hard to come across any news happening from around the world.
Yeah, the world tree is dying. There's invasions into Lytera. There's all this here in Flargos. Frostnir's fucked as always. And now there are escapees from the heart of the world. So everything is bad.
Well, I guess you could help us by just finding us a place to stay for now, and then we'll collaborate on this effort, Maxalon.
We have an inn. I can pay for a couple extra rooms. Just. Alright, let's go.
She nods, Titonian nods, and Toro nods as you lead them over back to the Emerald.
What's Ink up to?
Yep. So we're gonna cut off there, and we're gonna go to Ink.
We need music. Neko. Neko's
What was
dead.
that?
Neko's dead. I was gonna ask him to change music.
Oh,
Neko.
Nago, you okay?
You there?
last message he sent out was 11 minutes ago.
Alright. Let's see if we can change them. At least change the music.
Give them a moment. They might, be getting some food.
So what were you saying? The rebels. Fools.
There's only 6 of them, and we heard about an army. Man, this has got to be fun.
Absolute fools. What the fuck? That's amazing. I love that.
What the fuck? That is great.
It's amazing. Cap, you seen this?
What?
The Nico isn't here at the moment.
Read OC.
Please leave a message after the tone. Beep.
Beep.
The only film Blue Knights is more than.
Ah, ba, ba, ba.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that gets a goddamn brother from me.
you're about to head out to fight your way through the arena with your tag partner. Before you do, someone who works in the arena approaches the 3 of you and goes like, "Hey, since this is a non-lethal kind of thing, you could leave your weapons. Just pure strength, pure grapple. Gonna knock each other out, bare fists."
What?
He wasn't ready for that.
He was not ready for that.
I was specifically asking Cap about one that has like one martial, one mage kind of fights. What the fuck is this?
You can.
Yeah, that's what I asked when I
Yeah,
arranged.
but you just said no weapons.
All right, I don't have. I give him my knife.
You call that a knife?
You pull out a knife.
It's-
The redhead simply puts her weapons down, like no problem. Cracks her neck. All right,
Is
Twinkie, are you ready?
just to ask, is magic or anything allowed?
So long as you don't kill anybody. Otherwise, there is a penalty.
All right, cool. All right, let's do this. I've been itching to do this all months.
First
Put
one to knock
on.
out. I cast sleep at 5th level.
I hear no. Put the Pokemon fucking track from fucking. What was the one? Sword and Shield. That shit's a banger.
It is a banger.
Just to kind of give you a an idea, the size of the arena you're going to be fighting in, at least for this fight, as your starting point, is going to be a 20-foot arena.
It's 20 feet of.
So it's not
Tomfoolery.
that big. You could easily just approach your opponent in terms of squares, 2 squares.
All right, I'm just gonna first off, casting mage armor on myself. Because you're not getting me on this one this time. Marmor.
Yeah. This stuff lasts like 8 hours. I'm
Armor.
surprised you don't do that
Damn.
as like a morning ritual. Just mage armor time.
I should, but I'm lazy.
Hello and welcome all of our wonderful fans. Welcome to another brutal evening. Oh,
I'm sorry, I was laughing at my chat. I'll send you what I saw.
all right. Damn it, tokens.
I'll pause music for now until fight begins.
Yep.
Weapons like forget hell in a cell. This is mage in a cage. Let's get ready to rumble.
Mage in a cage.
Get ready to rumble!
All right. You know what? I point.
You can move your token over there.
Where am I moving my token?
To the arena.
Right there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let me just give this one a red circle.
What is the announcer guy's name?
Now I'm thinking of that fucking music from Sword and Shield.
Well-
I'm pretty sure we get copy struck. We
Well,
should do
no.
it anyway.
Well, no, because he's got Dragi's got the bot
I am
muted.
your
so he won't
wonderful
go in.
host, Mr. Funkle.
Mr. Funkle.
Dude. I'm sorry. What?
Can I, Cap,
What?
permission to permission to add a second announcer into this?
Sure.
Like, and your secondary host Crush! Who's ready to see a wonderful match today?
Crowd is going wild, ready for whatever's about to come through. Well, Chris, we got a pretty good start to this show tonight. As opening the show is going to be a new pair walking in. A pair of just some redhead. They like to call. Well, it says here she calls herself Crimson. And then what's your What's your secret identity? Or not secret identity. What's your stage name? You said it last time. I just didn't remember.
Grinning Mask. I think that was it. Yeah, just the Grinning Mask.
And a secret masked fighter calls themselves the Grinning Mask.
If I'm being honest with you, Funko, I think that these guys might live up to their names.
Well, even though this is gonna be a non-lethal battle, Crimson looks like she's about to knock some heads and crack some skulls.
I hope all of you are ready to see this, because Crimson might be able to spill some some crimson around here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I definitely know what you're saying, Crush. And now let's get to their opponents. First, a long resident to the arena. Looking at names again. I got a lot of fucking names on this list.
Me when name.
Me when name.
Please welcome back the one and only Dr. Thunderbomb. And is an orc.
Like, yeah, we love you, Thunderbomb.
And is an orc dressed in a to describe, he also has a mask on. It's black and blue, black being the base color and blue lining stripes. And he is jacked as all hell. So he's gonna be the marshal in this contest.
It's been a little bit since we've seen Thunderbomb in the arena, but they're back and ready to go at it again.
That is true, Crush. Last time we saw Thunderbomb, he literally ripped the spine out of his last opponent. Skull and all.
Unfortunately, this one's gonna be a little more non-lethal, but I'm sure Thunderbomb's got a few tricks up his sleeve to make it entertaining.
And I'm pretty sure Chrism's gonna have a challenge, but if Thunderbomb ever gets a hold of the grinning mask over there, it's gonna be a real pain in the ass whenever Thunderbomb gives him that Dr. Bomb driver.
Mm-hmm. And what about Thunderbomb's assistant who's joining them on the field?
Huh?
Who?
Joining him on the field, another veteran within the arena. Let's give it a warm applause for the Black Mamba. And you see and it appears to be an elf, like a high elf with these these black veins, like her, to describe like her hands and her like the top portion of her forearms, just completely black,
Oh,
almost like Vanta Black.
cool. Do I recognize it?
She's not whatchamacallit, it's not the blood,
Damn.
Okay.
but she is a mage.
It's Sag. Anywho.
Definitely one of our most deadliest mages to Flargos. Warlock.
You've said it. Honestly, I'm really excited to see what Black Mama brings to the table this time. Last match was just, ooh.
Well, it takes a lot to take out the soul of your opponent and feed them to your demonic patron, but who are we to judge?
Exactly. We don't do judgment here, folks. Unless we do. There are some exceptions. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to see a fight!
Just someone in the crowd. This is a judgment-free zone!
They toss that guy over and he breaks his neck.
Like, whoa!
Damn.
Hey, someone shut that guy up and get him out of here.
Anywho.
I want to say, by the way, Crush is a Goliath.
Cool.
That makes sense.
He's a big dude. He looks
Just
yelling.
I'm going to speak into my partner's head and ask, so do you want me to support you or you got this?
If you're able to dodge out of the way of that orc, then I should be fine. Just take care of the mage.
I have a nasty surprise if he tries coming up to me. But I'll focus on the mage for now.
It's not a fail 4-way. He wanted a tag team match.
Uh,
Oh, well, then he gets the nasty surprise first.
All right, and that's when a bell and a horn are rung throughout the arena, and that's when we start. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so who's going in first, though?
Do me a whatchamacallit,
initiative.
Initiative?
Yep.
Roll for
Where the
initiative.
fuck is my initiative? There we go. Roll it.
Oh,
All right, you get a nat 20. Your partner gets 13. That one gets 20.
Looks like Ink is going first.
And 17.
no, I want him to see me be cool.
All right, you do go
Phew.
first. You're the first one to go up.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna make a call out to that Mamba as I just get in the ring and I just do a beckoning with a finger.
All right.
All right,
I
what are you
issue
gonna say?
nothing. Just issue a challenge silently.
Oh, looks like the new blood wants to get their hands dirty, don't they? Well, then I could oblige.
All right. I'm just gonna take a dodge action for now. See what they do. Cap's dead. Long live Cap.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I said take a dodge action and wait for her.
Oh,
It
okay.
is her, right?
Yeah, it's her.
That's all. That's all I'll do.
Just gives
Yeah, I
you,
heard you.
yeah, disadvantage on attacking them.
They just have their arms crossed.
All right, so the two of them are going to make contested grapple checks on each other, to which Crimson is going to have Thunderbomb in a headlock. All right, we got our first bit of action here.
Ooh, the headlock.
Good elbow collar tie up, straight into a headlock. Crimson with the upper hand.
Sound like the fucking WWE games.
All right, and then so that is both their turns. So that was what they'll do. So then it is Mamba's turn.
Mamba.
And you said you were holding action, right?
I cast the dodge. I used the dodge action.
You use a dodge action. Okay.
you.
Just reading through the spells.
Oh no!
Uh, They are a mage. I expect spells.
It is a mage fight, yeah.
It's
Mage in a
it is a mage.
cage.
Yes,
Sunday,
Mage
Sunday,
in a
Sunday.
cage.
as always, I'm not a mage, but I'm good at faking it.
I'm not a mage, but I can still cast some magic.
Yeah, but I don't cast magic. I simply
I casted darkness.
I'm casting darkness. Yeah.
Bravigi. Cast. Can you cast yourself away to keep going on?
I already have one of those. Don't need to cast it.
I cast Mage Hand and I fucking snatch Lucy's weave.
What the fuck?
Lucy does
Why
not
the
have a
fuck can I not
weave for
open
the
that
last
goddamn
time.
Throat punch.
No, I'm not a mage, but I can still cast throat punch. Weapon.
All right, there we go.
All right, good. Ready?
It's a pretty strong spell.
All right, what do they do?
All right, this is not too powerful, I think. Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
What are you gonna do?
Oh,
They are going to cast yeah, they'll cast that at you. Scorching Ray.
Sure. I
oh.
spend a sorcery point to subtle spell and counter spell.
All right, you counterspell her
It
for
just
Scorching
doesn't.
Ray.
Yeah, it just goes. Nothing happens, and ink just says, "I'm waiting."
All right, that'll be her turn. It's back to your turn.
I expected an attack, but since you're not bothering, let's see. What do I have?
I'm sorry.
They just conjure up this black and red orb in their hand, just filled with very profane thoughts, and they just launch it at her.
Mind Skewer?
Synaptic. No,
Oh, synaptic shock.
static.
Synaptic static. Oh shit. What does that do?
She needs to make an intelligence save.
All right.
It just explodes in just aberrant thoughts on her. I'm assuming she has advantage.
No, I forgot to change that on the sheet. But yeah, let's just go with. I mean, does 14 make it
3.
either way or?
No,
No.
I don't know.
No,
No,
yeah,
the spell
it's a
save was
fucking. It's a
19. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, never mind. No, yeah, she still fails it.
See,
All right.
that's how you cast.
Ooh. A devastating cast coming from the and coming from our newcomers. Ooh. Ah.
An
Oh
intense
shit, that
mental
does
blow.
8d6 damage.
An intense mental blow on Black Mamba by the Grinning Mask, but that's hypnotic static.
Roll that damage. Hold on.
Roll that damage.
21 psychic.
God
That
damn.
is, yep, that is a decent amount of damage. Yep. Okay then.
and all her rolls. Let's see, during that time,
Roll a
it
d6
rolls
and subtract the number.
from attack rolls and ability checks, or Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Gotcha. All right then.
Brain
So
blast.
is that all you do, or you got other things up your
All,
sleeve?
that's all I can do. That's all I'm gonna do for now.
All right. So it is her turn. Rolls another 20, and then
Rolls a 20 for what?
you'll see. Okay, and that guy fails. All right. So in the grapple, she's gonna go ahead and switch the position, and she's gonna German suplex him.
Yeah, damn.
But it's not with a bridge. She's gonna German release. So this guy literally. So she is I described her as 6'7". He is 7'4". So this taller orc man literally gets ragdolled by just pure strength of this woman, and gets tossed at the top of his head, taking 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, and a German suplex.
That's a beautiful German suplex release by Crimson. My God, Thunderbomb landed around the top of his head.
Ooh, we haven't seen that in a while. And a Thunderbomb nonetheless. That never happens.
In
Y'all
this
good
universe,
there?
German's the name of a guy.
I just call out to her. Everything
German
good over
suplex.
there?
Just shut up and focus on your end. And she says she literally just starts freaking pouncing on him.
German
Or
suplex.
Yeah.
we'll call it the Flargonian suplex.
The floor ghost drop. Anywho, whose turn is it now?
It'll be Mamba's turn again.
Hey, Mamba.
All right. Does she have to make another roll or is that just the effects that happen throughout the rest of this fight?
So they can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of their turns.
At the end of each of their turn, but everything is at disadvantage, right? Or
Attack, everything, attack rolls and ability checks and concentration checks. You gotta roll it, then do a d6 and subtract the amount.
okay. Well, she's gonna run up to you and she's gonna try and touch you with her shocking grasp.
Oh,
Okay.
taser fist.
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't hit anyway.
Well, no, that does hit.
Oh, that does it? Okay. Sorry, I was
So
confusing
I
your
have to.
safeties.
My mage with my mage armor, I have a 16 to AC.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to shield that.
All right.
They just somehow miss. As they just lazily dodge out of the way, and it just feels like something just deflected it.
Black Mama running in for that shocking grasp, the electricity manifesting in her hands. But what's this? The grinning mask. Fast reactions. Shield. Put up. What you know about it?
What you know about that?
it? What you know about Ronin? I'm sorry.
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
Oh wait, I didn't need a cast shield. They had to subtract a d6.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I
You
didn't
didn't even
need
let
to.
me. Didn't even let me
got-
roll.
All right, do your roll. If you roll, let's see if you roll.
A 1.
If-
Ooh.
So it just
No, it's
missed.
fine. It wouldn't hit. It wouldn't have hit anyway.
Yeah, so they just dodge naturally, lazily lean to the side. I am. So are the hands just for show, or Can they actually do anything?
Ink is
You're
just talking shit.
you're a loud one for a newbie, aren't you? A lot of smack talk coming from the grinning mask, but then again, don't expect anything different when someone wears a mask like that. Neko?
Neko,
Hi. Oh,
Oh, you
you
had a
too.
comment.
Oh
did
no,
you want to comment?
he's too engrossed in the fight right now. He's got
He's
like
more.
he's got like binoculars on right now. He's looking through. He's
Just
like,
like
"Ooh."
He's in a
casting it.
freaking he's in an opera house. He's got binoculars.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is good. This is getting good.
Oh yeah,
He's having
All
a
right,
good
it's all
he's
time.
coming together.
Oh yeah, it's all coming
It's all
together.
coming together. He's a Kronk voice.
Yeah.
A fabulous stab to the jugular.
Sure. Anywho, whose turn is it?
It's your turn. It's back up to you.
Did you want to make your intelligence save? That I. Sad to say, I don't think that
Yeah,
passes.
that's not doing it, bud.
She is just out of it.
Man,
Well,
here we thought Ink
What's
was
this?
about to get taken down.
It's the black like what's this? Is the black mamba not feeling up to it today? Or perhaps is it our new contender's slick tricks?
Like,
Nice Zero.
No,
What the hell is this?
no. Now, would you kindly go away? Dissonant whispers at second level.
Oh boy.
As they
Jesus.
just
What the fuck are these rolls? Okay, what fails and yeah, she's running back to the dressing room.
18 psychic.
Yeah, I didn't expect her run. I thought she would run back to the far center of the arena.
I mean, they didn't close the gates.
So she literally ran out in the fight.
I mean, yeah,
Even
it's
Ink is.
it's a non-lethal fight.
I know. It's just I didn't expect her to completely run that. All right, whatever. Even I'm just gonna say even Ink
Isn't
is
it?
like,
Isn't it that this? I mean, come on, it's dissonant whispers. You run as far as you can until you can't see the person who cast this spell on you.
Yeah, it's like a fear
okay,
effect.
cool. I didn't honestly even. I'm gonna say even in universe, Ink didn't realize. Oh well.
I don't believe it, folks. It looks like the black mama's running away.
Well, this is certainly a turn of events and a surprise. It looks like this new kid, the grinning mask, has definitely made an impression on everybody here. The crowd's going crazy.
That sign was too much for her.
Stay well up, and thank you for the extra luck. And also, everybody.
I was gonna
gets a
say you
spiritual
did
muffin.
18 plus 21, so you did about 18 and 21. You did about, what was it, 42?
I guess, yeah. I don't know how much health he has.
I think it's around like 41, 40. Yeah, you did about 41. You did like 41 points of damage. You already got her down to half, and you made her run her ass off.
The crowd out here just cheering like, just like, woo, woo.
Ink's
Yeah,
just
go grinning mask. Woo!
Ink's just laughing in the adoration. I didn't realize I was actually this powerful before. Are you still all good there? Or do you need some help?
Jesus.
Looks like someone's enjoying a power trip. But watch out!
You finally let it out.
Oh, I forgot to put the plus on there. But plus 5
yeah.
is 9.
9. 9?
Oh, Thunderbomb is back up. Going ahead and throw a clothesline.
Ink's gone crazy again, guys.
7 points of damage as Crimson falls flat on her ass. Thunder bombs up and counter to a clothesline.
The crowd dramatically gasps at this. They were not expecting to see a clothesline today.
All right, well she's off the map. So, and then as Crimson's flat on her ass, Thunder bomb's gonna go right up to you.
Oh boy, you better watch out!
You're about to get thunder
The
bomb.
thunder bomb!
All right. Well, I'm here.
It's your
I
turn.
do.
Good luck, Cuddle. Good night, everyone.
Good
Night,
night.
Zero.
As they come charging at him, Ink is just laughing and laughing until it finally their limbs start to extend. Their clothes extend barely with them. Long, gangly, gray arms. The mask is now looking like a wild grin with black eyes. So, you want to play now? Fine then. I've been wanting to try this for a while.
What's this? Our new friend here has a trick up his sleeve?
Let's see what it is then.
Their body keeps muting and contorting as their legs bulge in size, becoming long three-pronged talons. Their arms become these little knottled things that are twisted and gray. Their face becomes this long, jagged row of teeth, grinning still.
And
They cast polymorph on themselves.
Oh wow.
oh wow.
Oh boy.
And they become a Tyrannosaurus Rex. A very,
I was about to say, what the fuck are you turning yourself into? And then you said it was a fucking T-Rex. I'm like, oh, okay.
It makes sense
If I
now.
had a nickel for every time in Fatebreakers someone turned into a T-Rex, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a
only
lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
flavor-wise, they really look like their actual version, still the slothed off silver skin, that wide grin. Even their arms look a little fucked up.
Do you want the do you want the T-Rex do you want the
Yeah.
T-Rex sheet?
Yeah, give me the T-Rex sheet.
I
Alright, well, let's
don't
fight.
believe it, folks! What is that?
Right.
Even if people know what a T-Rex is, this one looks so messed up.
It looks so unrecognizable. It's T-Rex it's semi-T-Rex in nature.
It's the grin it has is already frothing with a black ichor.
On this episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
I gotta make sure to
Alright.
keep this microphone option for dog detectives.
As it just roars out in front of him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Polymorph's in action.
It is an act. I could have bonus action, but I wanted the flavor.
Bro,
Alright,
bro's
so
right now way too
I just want to let you know that like lengthwise, this is a really tight fucking space for you. Height-wise, you're good.
Yeah.
The
But you're
intimidation
just not
factor
able.
is there.
I simply dominate the arena. So
Yeah, you do.
would Thunderbomb like to try this? This is the question.
To be fair, okay.
My-
So to be
my-
fair, for for the pit that you're fighting in, it's small, but like the arena, it's able to fit you, but it's still a tight squeeze for you.
It is, and my face is right in front of him. So again, would Thunderbomb like to continue?
He's just gonna look at you. He's like, "Bring it on, you son of a bitch!"
I'm right here.
Remember, this is
You can all-
Thunderbomb, Doctor Thunderbomb.
Oh
Bro
shit,
is
he's got a
bro has
PhD.
been a champion before. He's got a PhD in Thunderbomb tactics.
Got a PhD in breaking your spine.
Let me just why isn't it
Oh shit.
Roll20? Roll20's not keeping track of my goddamn spell slots. It's supposed to do when I click them. Whatever. All right. Yep, but
Oh,
that
great. Now
was
you got
my
me
action.
checking mine. Oh wait, I
That
didn't
was my
use
action.
spell slots.
I use spell sluts. It's simply different. Anywho, I guess I don't know whose turn it is, honestly.
I think it'd be would it be Crimson
But still, your
or
turn.
Thunderbomb?
No, I use my action for polymorph.
Well, yeah, but you're still able to, do
I can
things even
attack.
after.
I am? I didn't know that. It's an action, so I can't attack as the T-Rex, but if you wanna,
Hold on.
because that is
No, it's
polymorph. Polymorph is an action.
I'm probably still thinking in my goddamn West March mind, because that was something that they did because it was just to mitigate player action.
It's up to you. You're the
Mitigate
DM.
time.
Yep.
So
Anyway,
if you
Up to you, old Capitan.
that's a 22 to hit.
so I gotta. Wait, hold on.
You have the T-Rex stat sheet.
I have the TRX stat sheet. It is, wow, same armor class. So I'm going to have to, because I can't verbal or somatic right now, I'm going to spend another spell sorcery point for subtle spell and cast shield.
Polymorph is fucking scary, dog.
Yeah, and the unfortunate part, I can't do. I have to do this in order to cast any spells.
So you cast shield and you avoid the attack.
I have, what is it? 16 plus 5, 21. How much do you roll?
22.
Yep, it just breaks through.
All right.
He's able to get a good shatter against the shield.
He's gonna give you a flying uppercut. It's a Horyoken. Horyoken.
Shoryuken.
Shoryuken.
Big ass uppercut up your bottom jaw.
All right. Can I do? Nope. All right. Give me the damage.
You ever wanted to fucking uppercut a T-Rex? Well, here you go.
That
Hey.
was the damage.
How much damage was it? Sorry, I didn't see.
Oh, I know that was. Oh yeah, there's 12 points of damage.
12 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, I gotta roll a con save. Fuck. When you are polymorph, do you use your con save or the stat blocks?
I think you use the stat blocks because it says you
No,
take
you
on the
would.
stats of it, right?
No, you would take on the stats, but like I think for to keep the polymorph, you use yours.
Okay. 17.
All right, still up, I guess.
I couldn't find one against a dinosaur, but here you go. Here's one against a tank, I guess.
The dino stumbles a little.
All right, back to you.
All right. I'm going to make my multi-attack.
Rawr.
I'm gonna attempt to bite at him.
That misses
Damn.
as he nimbly
Roll.
dodges out the way.
Okay. Well,
Well, doesn't
Oh,
multi-attack trigger anyway?
no, because it says right here for the Tyrannosaurus, it can't make both attacks against the same target, so I can only do the bite. Didn't know that. So
Mm.
it takes a mighty bite with its crooked and misaligned and even double serrated teeth, and just tries to snap at him.
And misses.
And I miss.
Oh, I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right, he's gonna go now.
All right, let him go.
Where do we go now?
Was that as a I must, yeah, that 6 misses, I guess.
Yep. God damn, that's such fucking ass.
That
Welcome
right.
to being a
so
DM.
we both missed. All right, I guess it's my turn now.
Roll again. Yep.
What's Crimson doing?
Yeah, she only got knocked down.
Oh yeah, let me give her 2 rolls. I forgot.
She's just chilling behind this fucking dinosaur with a soda. Just stealing a fan's popcorn.
Just steals fans' popcorn.
All right, 23 and a 15. Yeah, both of those hit. Gonna give him a roaring elbow and another roaring elbow. For 12. And 8 for 20 points of damage. He is not looking good.
Does he look like one stiff breeze can knock him over, or if he can take a few hits?
I mean, the T-Rex is any one of the T-Rex's attacks, yeah, it's gonna be pretty much game over. He still looks like he's got some life, but like if you're able to land a good shot of him, he could just go down.
Just a reminder to our contestants, this is a non-lethal fight.
Kill, 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 kill.
You
kill,
sure?
eat.
Excuse me, hey, you make sure you're just listening here once again. This is a non-lethal fight.
They can't
I was
actually
about
speak, Neko. It just comes out as dinosaur noise.
No, I don't understand.
They would
He's
hear-
just saying it to
they
him.
would-
He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't know that. Crush doesn't know how polymorph works. He doesn't care.
Well, I'll let for the human woman.
That's for Funko to figure out.
Well, either way, in what's her name, the human lady,
Crimson.
in Crimson Head, they can hear kill meat, kill meat, kill meat, kill meat.
She's gonna punch you in like the big ass dinosaur fires. Are like, hey, calm down. It's supposed to be just a friendly match, remember?
Friendly, yeah, yes, friendly. End it, friendly. All right, now I attack. If this hits, I want to do something.
That might hit.
No, yeah, that hits.
Huh. Can I roll? How do I roll the damage?
Holy shit!
Okay, yep, no, he's done.
All
How
right,
do you bite
so
him?
I'm not gonna bite too hard. I'm just gonna headbutt him, take him into my jaws, toss him up into the air. Then I'm gonna swat him with my tail into the wall. Non-lethally.
Got a
All
dino
right.
bounce that man.
Yep.
And
As Mr. Funko just goes, oh, a devastating bite right between the shoulder and the clavicle. He gets bounced off the ground and sent into the wall.
Holy Iris! I can't believe what I'm seeing, folks! The newcomers actually won!
Yeah, Dr. Thunderbomb is knocked out.
as long as he's alive, thank God for Crimson. As Ink shrinks back, first back into that long, gangly form, and then back into their regular form with the mass normal.
Welcome to
they just
Jurassic Park.
as they just raise one hand into the air and just goes, how was that for a first showing?
I'd imagine there's like a moment of
They
pause.
give you a
as
round of
some crowd-
applause. Yep.
I'd imagine there's like a moment of pause, like someone, like the people in the crowd have to process this, like they lost. Oh my god, they lost! And then like someone in the crowd finally just starts going like,
Woo!
and then like everyone else just starts like joining in with like a myriad of claps.
As they do, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and shoot something into the air.
What are you shooting into the air?
Flavor wise, they take the blood that got spilt when he hit him and shoots it up into the air and forms a symbol of a very familiar eye to anyone who's from back home. It's the eye, it's an eye symbol of one of the old gods. And this, make no mistake, this is a symbol that only people who are actively even know about the old gods might know about. To everyone else, it could be just like their call sign for celebration. If I need to roll deception, or anything, I will. Or
No one knows what the fuck this shit is. They just think it's a bunch of pretty colors.
Ooh, pretty colors.
Ooh, pretty symbols.
I will. Ink just goes, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it. I won. I am more powerful than I thought. Imagine what happens. Imagine what happens if I get more power.
Oh boy.
I never realized the blood was so potent. I need more of it. More.
Hey, Ink.
Yeah. What's up?
Roll me a Wisdom DC 19.
Cool. Wait, that's the T-Rex stat. Yeah, I want
You're out of
T.
T-Rex. Get out of T-Rex.
Yeah, you're at a T-Rex anyway.
Yeah,
know,
that T-Rex.
Hold on. Wisdom 14.
You are paralyzed
Oh.
as from behind you, as even the Crimson Shock is all like, what the hell? You see approaching from behind you. Well, you definitely made a name for yourself tonight, haven't you? It's Sammy, and then grabbing you by your neck from behind you is Tiana.
Ow. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
Definitely. Once we get to
That's
somewhere
fine,
more
don't worry.
private.
Oh. Sad.
Sag.
Music I want that didn't work.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and end off tonight's session right there on that cliffhanger.
That's great.
Now it's my turn to get kidnapped.
Oh boy, finally.
boy.
I will definitely say that it's like
Anybody got any
I mean, that was like an
recommendations?
interesting twist, but that also doesn't like that does not ease Lucy's like tension with them in the slightest.
They have angles to play, I'm sure.
Actually, I
I'm
know who I'm
sure,
gonna
but
raid tonight.
like,
I'm gonna raid a friend.
Go raid a
okay,
friend.
cool.
I will. I'm gonna definitely real
Good.
quick for you. All right, guys, we're gonna go raid a friend in Revy Rocket. I hope you all enjoy the D&D session. You are all awesome. And for raiders, I hope you also stay and sorry, stay and come with us.